Welcome to the Midweek Minute with Mike. How are you doing, church? I hope you're blessed today and the Lord has been watching over you and keeping you safe. Today I want to talk about an autobiography about a man named Louis Zamperini. Many of you are probably familiar with the name of a movie called Unbroken, which was about his life. Came out in 2014. It's a great movie. I encourage you to watch it if you ever have an opportunity. But he also wrote a book called Don't Give Up. Don't Give Up. And he was recounting his time in the war, and the time that he was incarcerated and held as a prisoner of war. And he had a buddy in the camp, and he was brutally beaten, and he lost the use of his legs. And so he did make it out of the war. He survived, and he came home back to the United States. But after coming home, his spirit was just broken. He was just filled with bitterness, anger, hatred, and it just robbed him of his present and his future. And he was just stuck on his past. He had so much hate and animosity in his heart for what the brutality that the Japanese officers and soldiers had shown on him. So Louis talks about his conversion, his coming to Christ, happened at 1949 at a Billy Graham crusade, and he said there's one thing that he learned as far as the key to forgiveness in all of this, and looking at his friend's situation and his coming to know the Lord and trusting in the Lord. He said the very key to forgiveness is allowing the Holy Spirit to work in your life. Giving up your bitterness, your hatred, your anger, your animosity, because it's done, and it's going to do nothing but torture you. So the key is giving that control to the Holy Spirit, saying, Jesus, I can't fix this. I'm just filled with bitterness and hate, and I give it to you, and let Him work in your heart. Zamperini also worked with young boys and girls who were fighting depression and anger and animosity. And he said something interesting about the youth that he spoke to. Louis says, when I've counseled troubled kids, I've found that they have lots of serious hate for their situations. Sometimes it's their families, society, the rules, and often themselves. Hate destroys, and hate destroys you. John wrote about this in 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. I want to share this passage with you. It says, if someone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he's a liar. For the one who does not love his brother, whom he says he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has not seen. And this commandment we have from him, that the one who loves God should also love his brother. Friend, if you're holding on to hate, anger, animosity, bitterness, I pray for you today. I pray that the Lord would lift that burden off of your heart, and that you would surrender your control over that matter to the Holy Spirit. I call you blessed in the name of the Lord. Good night.